If you run a plastic surgery practice in Australia, the financial scale of your operation is at the higher end of the private healthcare sector. Theatre facilities or day surgery access, high value surgical equipment, specialist anaesthetic arrangements, and the fit out standards required for an accredited surgical environment all represent significant investment. These are not incidental costs. They are the foundation of a practice that commands premium pricing and attracts the patient volumes that make the model work. Here is what is available to plastic surgery practices, how it works, and what you can realistically borrow. Plastic surgeons occupy a strong position in the healthcare lending market. Private billing at premium rates, self funded patients with high commitment to proceeding, and the specialist nature of the practice all contribute to a revenue profile that specialist healthcare lenders understand and value. The key is working with lenders who know how to assess a specialist private practice rather than applying a retail or small business lending template. Equipment finance is appropriate for surgical instruments, imaging equipment, laser and energy based devices, recovery room equipment, and other high value clinical assets. The equipment is the security, keeping your property free for other purposes. Rates are competitive and depreciation and interest are potentially deductible. For practices investing in new surgical capabilities or replacing aging equipment finance handles these purchases without consuming working capital. For fit out costs, practice acquisitions, or establishing a day surgery facility, secured business loans using property as collateral provide access to larger facilities at lower interest rates. The scale of investment required for a plastic surgery practice often makes secured finance the most practical option for major capital projects. Specialist healthcare lenders can structure these facilities to suit the revenue ramp up timeline of a new or expanded practice. Unsecured business loans provide fast access to working capital for operational needs, marketing investment, staffing, all bridging a cash flow gap between procedure completion and patient payment processing. You can borrow between $10,000 and $500,000 based on practice revenue and bank statements with approval in 24 to 48 hours. A business line of credit is useful for managing cash flow between payment cycles, funding a marketing campaign ahead of expected revenue, or managing the variable costs of a high volume practice. How much you can borrow depends significantly on your practice billing, trading history, and purpose of the finance. Established plastic surgery practices with strong private billing and clean financials can access substantial facilities from specialist healthcare lenders. The assessment methodology used by healthcare specialist lenders takes into account the stability and premium nature of specialist private practice revenue. Applications take under 20 minutes with most specialist healthcare lenders. A commercial finance broker with medical sector experience can identify the most appropriate lenders for your practice profile. Brokers are paid by the lender on settlement and do not charge you directly. Use the free business loan finder at Reliable Business Tools to find which loan type suits your plastic surgery practice. 6 questions, a clear recommendation, no credit check, and no obligation.